Good afternoon. My name is Viola Maina. I'm the founder and CEO of Gooseberry Delight. Gooseberry Delight is a company that is based in Eldoret in Uasin Gishu. We deal with a very unique fruit, an exotic fruit that used to grow in the wild. It's a fruit that people didn't think much about, or rather we've never thought much about, but it has a lot of potential that I saw in it, and I decided that I should just invest in this particular product and see what we can achieve from it. Why I thought about this product is, first of all, the era where we are headed to, it's about health. And I used to ask myself, so if you're going to do healthy, if you're going to consume healthy things, what is it that I can do or I can invest it that has a lot of health benefits? And I spotted this particular fruit, and I knew that this is the fruit that actually could help me achieve that purpose. So what I did is, because it has never been commercialized before, so I decided first to sensitize farmers around Uasin Gishu. I trained them about its benefit, its potential, and the few of them took up the challenge and they started growing it. It's been now like about three years since we started the business. We have been doing a lot of things apart from just growing the fruit. We started buying the fruits from the farmers, and then we started packaging it and taking it to the supermarkets. Initially, going to the supermarket was also quite a big challenge. But as an entrepreneur, those are some of the challenges that you face. You know, market is always a challenge, but I took it upon myself because I had a background of marketing and sales. So I decided, why not use my skills to go to the supermarkets to try and sell this product. So I did my part. There was a lot of resistance in the supermarkets, but eventually there was an uptake. They started selling and distributing, and slowly by slowly the demand picked up. It picked up to a point that at some point we were not even able to meet the demand. This also now forced me to go back to the farmers to actually help them scale up. So currently we have about 15 farmers who are doing an average of about 1 to 5 acres. Our largest farmer is on 20 acres. She's based in Kitale. And this year she has also expanded. So we are going to talk about, she's going to have about 40 acres by next year. Currently we've also started doing value addition with the gooseberry. We just don't do the fresh fruit. We're now trying the value additions. We have a yogurt that is flavored with the gooseberry. We have a jam that is also made from the gooseberry fruit. We also have a juice. We are now trying also a tomato sauce and a chili sauce. So these are just some of the few products that we have currently developed, and we are looking forward to launching them next year once we have the capacity to process these particular products. What I can say to people out there who are aspiring to become entrepreneurs, that karibuni, there's a lot of opportunity in agriculture. There's a lot of opportunity, and it's up to us to basically be able to know what we like. You must, when you come into agriculture, there's a lot that can be done. It's not just about doing the farming. There's also the aspect of value addition. There's also the aspect of aggregation. There's also the aspect of the market. So there's a lot that you can do across the value chain of the agriculture. For me, I spotted a gap in the production and processing. We are also doing a lot of marketing, and we hope in future we'll also be able to market across the East African region. What I can say, the journey of an entrepreneur has not been easy. And from that, I felt I needed more knowledge. You know, sometimes we think farming, we think business is just a simple thing, but actually there's a lot. It's a science and it's an art. So what I did is that I felt I needed to go back to school so that I can be able to learn some of those, the gritty-gritties of how to run a business. And I was lucky to have been an alumni of Sinapis in 2015. And through that program, I realized there's a lot that can be gained as an entrepreneur. By then, in 2015, I didn't have a business, but this year I decided, let me join the Sinapis Aspire program. This is a program that targets the startups. I felt that I could fit into that space because I was still a startup. So the journey was, the course took us about 9 weeks, and there's a lot that we learned from that course. One of the things that came out of that course was financials. Myself, financials was a big challenge for me. And from that program, I've been able to learn about record keeping, what you need to do when you're starting a business, how to put your financials together. And there's so much also that we were trained on the aspect of coming up with the pricing for a product. Some of us, we just wake up and come out with a price without thinking much that there's a lot even when it comes to pricing. So that helped me a lot to come up with the prices, and currently that's what I'm using as part of my strategy to come up with my pricings. And there's also what I also learned about human resource. That is also another area where some of us we take for granted. We just, when you start a business, we employ our relatives. You employ somebody who has no qualifications because you're trying to save. But in the end, it costs you a lot of money. I did that for some times, and after joining the program, I was able to actually identify a person who had done a diploma. I actually fired the other one who had not gone to school, who was sort of a relative. And when I brought this person, there was a lot of change in the business. And from the person that I hired, so much has been able to be achieved. Apart from the fact that he does finances for me, he also does sales for me. So investing in other people is very important. Please, please, kindly, let's think of, when you're recruiting, please don't think of your relatives, no. I would discourage you. Think of a professional, someone who's going to add value to your business. Currently, we are still small, so we don't have a lot of staff. We are about 3 of us, and at least most of the jobs are done, with like multitask. But as we expand, we'll require now more expertise to come into the market. The other thing that I learned from Synapis was networking. Out of that Synapis, I've been able to network. I've been able to meet a lot of people who are doing entrepreneurs. You are entrepreneurs, and you learn from them also. I've learned so much from them. You pick 1 or 2 things from them, and that has really helped my business. So it's very important that networking in business is very important. So please kindly, I'm inviting people out there who are entrepreneurs, who are starting, look for programs like Synapis is one of them. There are many other programs out there, but for me, I specifically wanted, I've known Synapis for long, and they have very good programs. So I hope to continue also, with other programs within Synapis, so that I can improve on my business, especially at this particular point where we are now trying to scale up. So above all, what also stood out for me from Synapis is the kingdom business. Here, they emphasize a lot about putting God first. Many of us who start businesses, we don't think about God. We only think about God when things have gone haywire. Is when now we bring in God and we start saying, oh, God, help me, help me. But what I've learned from Synapis is that when you believe in God and you put God first, everything else aligns with itself. And I think I've been a testimony to this, because immediately I just accepted and I said, I want God to lead my business. So many openings have just, so many things have been happening. And every time I ask myself, wow, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And apparently I think when you put God first and you believe in your business, even God doesn't let you down. He always carries you to the next step. And I'm grateful that I have put God into my business. And it's important for us who are also starting businesses, please put God first. Let God be the driver in your business. To wind up, probably is to encourage young guys out there that please, it's time we start thinking about entrepreneurs and doing business as opposed to employment. Right now I can tell you, businesses are shrinking, and as they're shrinking, employment is also shrinking. But unless we do something ourselves as individuals, we go out there and start creating this company, that's the only time we'll be able to actually increase employment. But most of the youth, I think when they just finish school, they only think about going to employment. Today, I think I've mentored about 2 or 3 people who are now successfully doing well in their businesses. And I'm hoping that more youths, if you need ideas, I have ideas. I have a lot of ideas. If you want an idea, please, you can talk to me. I'm available. You can go to our website, www.gooseberrydelight.com, or you can actually talk to us through our Instagram, Gooseberry Delight, or Facebook page, Gooseberry Delight, and we can be able to give you feedback. I can be able to share. If you have challenges out there as businesses, please, you can also talk to us. If you're starting, you can always inquire. Ask us, we are ready. I'm here. It's been 3 years, but at least I have a story and I can be able to assist. Otherwise, thank you very much. I look forward, to a successful business next year. It's a year for elections, so I know for us entrepreneurs, it's going to be tough. but we will shoulder on. Thank you.